Hi, good evening. This is Rachael Plaine, and I'm here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness, and we are about to dive into our candlelight yoga class. It's Friday evening at 5:30, and this is going to be a gentle flow class that's typically taught at the studio every Friday. So we'll start with a seated meditation like you might be familiar with if you've been following along with our virtual classes or in-studio classes. And we'll do some warm up, we'll do some stretching, we'll do some standing flow, and then we'll have plenty of time to get down on the mat and relax at the end. We do offer these classes free of charge as a gift to our community during these challenging times. So if you're just joining us for the first time, we've been streaming for 2 months since this pandemic started back in March. I can't believe it's been 2.5 months. In a way, it feels like we've been doing it this way forever, and in a way, it feels like it's like a blink of an eye. So anyways, so we're still here, we're continuing, and if you are interested in supporting the studio for these classes that we're offering, you can do that via supportbydf.com. So you can visit that site, www.supportbydf.com, if you're interested in making a contribution to the studio or to any of the instructors that are streaming their classes. And I can see that you guys are logging in. Hi, Shannon, welcome. It's so good to see you. And Rebecca's here. This is so nice. Great. I'm glad that you guys are here. We're going to get started in just a moment. I'm trying to be intentional about starting on time, which I've been really not so good about. And if you guys are familiar with coming to my studio classes, that's a struggle in general for me to get out of the house sometimes with a 3-year-old, now 3-year-old. I can't believe it. So just like that. Anyway, I'm going to try really hard to start the classes on time as we move forward next week and log in a little early just to check in with you guys, and then we'll get started at our normal time. So since we do have a crew with us here, we're going to get going. So if you just tuned in, my name is Rachael Plaine. In case you're new to this class, we are going to stream a candlelight yoga class. It'll be a gentle class. It'll go from now until 6:30, and you don't need anything special. For this candlelight yoga class, I do like to have some props. So I set myself up behind me, something to sit up on. You can use a cushion or just sit on the ground or a blanket. And I have 2 blocks. You don't need them, but if you want them, please feel free to grab them. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Shannon, I'm glad you've been looking forward to this all day long. Me too. It's like the symbol of getting to relax and unwind and get ready for the weekend. So I'm glad that you're able to join us. So let's get started. So you can come back on your mats. I'll check in with you at the end. And hopefully my mic lasts okay. I forgot to charge it after the moderate flow this morning. So I plugged it in real quick, so I'm hoping that it'll be all right. So, all right, we'll get going. Terry and Janet, welcome. I'm glad that you guys are here too. So let's come take a seat, and then we'll get right to it. Okay. So I'm going to come sit up on this bolster, but again, wherever you want to be is perfect. So you find a place that feels good for you. And we'll take a seated meditation. So with hands on the lap, sitting up on the bolster or down on the ground, let's take some time to feel your way into your body. So perhaps there's a little shifting or shuffling or wiggling side to side or forward and back to start to feel your seat underneath your body. Begin to feel the sitting bones and the tailbone rooted down towards the earth. So feel heavy through your seat, connected to whatever it is that you're sitting on. And then begin to feel lifted through the top of the head. So feel that opposition between connection, grounded, rooted energy through the lower half of the body, and then an expansive, lifted, open quality through the upper half of the body. So rooting down to rise up. And as you sit up tall here, you could choose to have the palms down or up on the lap. Let your eyes close if you haven't already. And without doing anything specific, just notice that you're breathing. So without shaping or changing the breath to begin, just feel the breath enter and exit the body. Notice where you feel the breath. Where does the breath naturally want to expand? Where do you feel the breath the most? There's no right or wrong answer or way to do this, but just beginning to develop that awareness of tuning into the present moment. So nothing else really exists. So whatever happened before you arrived, whatever may or may not happen when you leave your mat tonight, seeing if you could just tune in to the here and now, to this present moment, to this present space, seated here in stillness, in silence, feeling the breath, and noticing how this simple act of slowing down, of dropping in, can help to calm the body and the nervous system. It can help to settle the mind and ease the fluctuations of your mind. If it's a struggle to find that stillness, it's okay. It's natural that our mind might want to run off to make plans or to worry or to think or analyze something in the past or the future. But see if you could just find the space between the thoughts, that vast openness beneath the thoughts. Good. Take another deep breath in. And full breath out. On your next inhale, let the right hand come to the heart. Let the left hand come to the low belly. Take a moment to connect to your body, connect to your heart. Being gentle with yourself, being gentle with your body, with your mind, with your heart. And then bowing your head to yourself and creating an intention for tonight's practice. Just noticing what it is that you might want to call forth right now. What do you want to use this practice for? How do you want to show up? Perhaps creating peace, confidence, compassion, strength, balance, flexibility, whatever it is for you in this moment, on this particular Friday, what do you need? And just breathing that into your body, taking a deep, full breath in. And slow, steady breath out. Good. From where you are, open the arms off the body, bring them to shoulder height, to T position with the palms open. You can float the eyes open, and then reach the heart forward. So reach the backs of the hands back, puff the chest up, and then round your back and give yourself a hug. So squeeze the navel in, drop the tail, tuck the tailbone under and drop the chin, and then inhale, open up. Rise up through the front of the body, look up. Exhale, round your back, release. Again, inhale, open up. We'll do that twice more. You're just going to switch the cross of the arms if you haven't already. Exhale, release and curl. Inhale, open up. And exhale, release and curl. You're going to inhale, open to sit up tall. Bring arms out to shoulder height. Bring them all the way above the head. Interlace your fingers and press the palms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, round your back again. So if you've been following along this week on Monday, Wednesday, or this morning, we're going to do a similar warm-up with these interlaced fingers. So look up and exhale, round your back. And hopefully the sound is okay. I have this mic clipped to my shirt, which I just don't know if it's going to be rubbing on it. So I'm hoping this is okay. Exhale, round your back. Good. Inhale, open. Hold at the top. Breathe out where you are. Stretch up and over towards the left or the right. Doesn't matter. Inhale through center. Stretch up and over the other way. Just get some space in the waist and the ribs. Inhale through center. Release the left hand, stretch up and over towards the right. Look up. Come through center, other way, big stretch, cartwheeling up and over to the side, looking up. And back through center. Let's release the hand, just switch the cross of the legs so we can get into the hips the other way. So put the other leg in front before you take rotation. Inhale, lift the arms up one more time, hitting those 6 movements of the spine. And then twist towards the right. Bring the right hand behind, bring the left arm across the body. Sit up tall. So lengthen the base of the tail down and the top of the head up. And take a few breaths here. You could look to the side or look over the back shoulder. You could close your eyes. Good job. And then release the arms. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, twist the other way. Long, tall spine, bringing hand to leg, lifting up, looking towards the side or over the back shoulder. Good. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, let's bring the hands behind one time, interlace your fingers, drop the chin, and then press the fist down so you can squeeze the shoulders open and look up. Exhale to release the gaze, release the hands and roll the shoulders. We'll come to sit on the ground. So if you were on something, just push it away. Unwind your legs, bring your feet as wide as the mat and take a couple windshield wipers side to side. So back and forth. So if there is any tension gathering in the hips or the knees through the cross-legged position, just letting that go. Just back and forth, nice and easy. Bring the knees over towards the right, turn your head over towards the left, hold, close the eyes, take a couple breaths. So if you're just joining us, this is our candlelight yoga class. We're in our warm-up right now. It's a gentle flow class, a nice relaxing, easy class to end the week and prepare for our weekend. Then bring the right hand to the right hip or left hand to left hip. Back hand faces the back. Press the thigh forward. Look behind. And exhale, press down. Look to the front or look all the way over to the side. Do that again. Inhale, press forward. And exhale, release. Do that one more time. So familiar warm up for the hips. Press it forward, look back. And exhale, release, reach the arm off of the hip, look at the thumb or beyond the thumb. Take a few breaths here, maybe close the eyes. Open through the chest, open through the heart. Couple moments to land. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the hand, press into the back hand. If you'd like, elevate the hips, but you don't have to. You could just move the arm. And exhale, release the hips, sweep the arm back to where it came from. Then do that twice more. The arm releases, it lifts up. Maybe you want to pick the hips up and look up. Exhale, release the hips, release the arm. One more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Let the arm pick us up. So from here, just sweep the arm down to come up and lift the ribs up off the hips. You can even look up towards the ceiling. Release the hand in front of the front shin. And then start to walk to a pigeon pose. So here, you could be on the hands or you could come down onto the forearms. You could also open the elbows and stack the palms or fists and let the head drop. Take a few breaths there. Good. When you're ready, lengthen to come up. So press the head away from the hips. Come all the way up. Frame the front knee. Root down into the fingers to rise up through the heart and chest. Lift the throat, lift the face. And release the gaze back down. Cartwheel the front arm up and over. And then bring the knees up and over to the other side. You'll hold here. The feet are wide enough apart so the inner thigh of the front leg can come to the earth. And the sole of the other foot is near the top of that thigh. And then turn your body away from the knees and look over your shoulder. And you'll have a focal point or a drishti point, something to fix your gaze on, or you could close your eyes and take a few breaths. Good job. And then from here, let's come on up and bring the right hand to the right hip. The left fingers face the back. Press the thigh forward. Rotate towards the back of the room. And exhale, release the thigh down. Look back to the front of the room. Do that again. Inhale, rise up. Press the hip forward. Exhale, release, back down. Take that one more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release down. You'll hold here, reach the arm away. So the same thing we did on the other side, nice and easy. Take a breath. And full breath out. Lift the arm, or actually take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to sweep the arm down. Press into the back hand and then just elevate the hips up. Press the pelvis forward, look up. And exhale, release. Hips come down, arm sweeps down. Now we'll do that twice more. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, release, back down. And then last time, pick it up. Inhale. Exhale, release. This time, just the arm goes. As you inhale, let the ribs come off the hips. The waist gets longer. And then place your hand in front of the shin. You're going to root down into the fingers again to rise up through the heart and chest. You can lift the gaze. And then go ahead and walk over the front knee. So you're coming into that modified pigeon, either being on the hands or being on the forearms, opening the elbows, stacking palms or fists, letting head drop, couple breaths. Good. Now start to come on up and you're going to do the same thing. Walk the hands back, press down into fingers so you get a nice heart opener. Lift the chest, lift the throat, lift the face. And release the gaze back down. Cartwheel the right arm up and over. Bring the knees one time to the right and one time to the left. And then let the knees come right up through center and wiggle the feet about hip width distance, maybe a little wider. Bring your hands in front of the shins. So you're holding onto the legs. And then reach the heart up, lift up, look up, press the belly forward. And exhale, round your back like a big cat. Tuck the tail, drop the chin. And do that again. Inhale, rise up, lift up. Exhale, roll back. And one more time. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, release back. This time, lengthen from tail to head. Bring the hands behind you. I'm just going to turn this way, but you can stay where you are. So toes are forward, heels are back, fingers face the hips. Press into the hands. So you get a long diagonal. Up the forearm, the lower half of the arm. And then if you want more, press into the hands and the feet and lift the hips, maybe just a couple inches or all the way up in line with the thighs, chin to chest, or head could tip back. Take a couple breaths. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, lower the hips. Open the knees, bring the soles of your feet together, grab a hold of the ankles to sit up tall in Baddha Konasana or bound angle. And then as you exhale, hinge up and over to forward fold. So hold the feet or the ankles or place the forearms onto the calves. You could have a straight back or you could round your spine. Take a few breaths. And then start to lengthen to come up. Slide the hands along the shins. Bring the hands to the knees. Let's bring the legs and come to tabletop. So you can sweep the legs around towards the back. And you'll just come on to all fours. And we'll take a couple rounds of our hip circles. So bring the hands in front and start to stir the hips around. Big circles in one direction. And then when the hips come to the back, stir the other way, big circles. Good. And then when the hips come to the back, take a wide knee child's, touch the toes, separate the knees, stretch the hips back, hold here, or maybe roll the head left to right. A few breaths there. Good job. And start to be still. You could let the arms stay extended, or if you want to open the triceps and the heart more, press the hands to prayer. Bend your elbows and let the forearms fall back towards your head. Breathe right into the triceps, the backs, the arms. Take a couple breaths there. Good. And then send the arms forward. Roll through cat pose, round your back, bring the knees under the hips. Keep rolling forward till you get to that relaxed up dog with the knees on the ground. Open the belly, open the chest, open the throat and face. And exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels. Do that a couple more times. Roll forward, round your back. And sink hips back to heels. This time as you roll forward, you're going to come all the way to the belly, so round your back and then melt right onto the thighs by bending the elbows and pouring yourself down. I'll move these away. Stack your palms or your fists underneath your head. Bend the knees, toes up, and let the legs fall left to right. And then circle ends one way. Circle the shins the other way. Pause here with the ankles above the knees and roll the ankles in one direction. And then roll the ankles the other way. Take the legs long. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press into the hands to rise up to Sphinx. So slide one hand forward, slide the other hand forward. You can be up on the forearms. And you're just going to hold here and then press into the elbows and lift the chest, lift the face. Take a deep inhale. And full exhale. Take another deep in-breath in your Sphinx. As you exhale, turn your head towards the right, over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn your head over the left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. Let the head hang heavy for a moment. And then still being up on the elbows, slump the chest. So feel the chest and heart relax and kind of hang off of the shoulders. And then maybe roll the head left to right a couple times. Relax your bottom, the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, your glutes. Just releasing any tension out of the neck. And then letting the head hang, press down into the elbows to rise up through the chest. Anchor the pubic bone, the hips, the tops of the feet, and open the heart forward. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, open the elbows, come onto your belly. Shift forward to tabletop, or shift back rather to tabletop, all fours. And then bring your toes underneath. Curl them under. So the toes are curled under. You're going to stretch the bottoms of the feet. Just walk the arms out to puppy. So stretch the arms long, melt the chest, drop the forehead towards the mat. Take a few breaths. Good. And then from where you are, slide your hands back towards the shoulders. You're going to rock back to come to stand. So press into the hands and just roll yourself up to stand. So find your feet and then let the knees be softly bent and roll up to a standing position. And then when you come to the standing position, lift the arms out and up above the head. Let your palms meet. Exhale to slide the hands through prayer. Close your eyes. And tune back in. Come back to any intention that you set. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release your arms. Good. You're gonna walk right up to the top of the mat. Take a big sun breath. Inhale, lift the arms. Let the hands touch above the head. And then bend the knees, bend the hips, and come all the way through prayer. Drop the head, release the arms. Inhale, lengthen the spine to a flat back or Ardha Uttanasana. Stretch it out. And exhale, a deep fold. Step the right leg back and land on your right knee. Soften the knee towards the earth. Hold here or come up onto the fingertips and pause. You could hold here or inhale, lift the arms to frame the head. And if you wanted to, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, release, open the arms, touch the ground or blocks if you're using them. Send the hips back, straighten the front leg, walk the hands back, lengthen your spine to Ardha Hanumanasana. And exhale, drop the head, bowing towards that front bent leg. Take a few breaths. Good. You could be on the blocks or on the ground, just sending the breath and awareness to the hamstring, the back of that front leg. And then inhale, lengthen it out, pull the head away from the hips, long flat back. Roll back over the sole of the front foot, dip the hips. With the back toes curled under, we're going to step up. So curl those back toes under, lift the back knee, and you're gonna take a big step. So soften it and step it up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Come on to the shin bones. So take a nice flat back here from head to tail. Exhale, soften and bend the knees. And then inhale, reverse swan dive with bent knees all the way to stand. Palms touch. Exhale through prayer. Eyes can close. You'll take another moment to land there. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release the arms. Take a sun breath to the top. Inhale out. Keep the hands together. Bend the knees, bend the hips. Come all the way through Utkatasana to touch the ground. Inhale, lengthen hands to shins, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold, and step the left leg back, or whatever side you haven't done yet. Soften the back knee. Come high on the tips of the fingers, lift the heart and hold. Pause here, or inhale, lift the arms, frame the head. So up to you. You could take the gaze forward, or you could even look up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath. And then open the arms, touch the ground. So coming back to stretch that front hamstring, pull the hips back, straighten the front leg, flex the foot, walk the hands back, rise up. So you're high on your fingers or grab your blocks, stretch out long. And then exhale, deep fold over the leg. Take a few breaths. Good job. And then roll over the sole of the foot one more time. Bend the front knee, walk the hands back, dip the hips, and you're coming back to that big forward fold. So with the back toes curled under, you'll elevate the back knee and then power that back leg up to meet the front leg. Inhale, stretch it out, hands to shins, long spine. And exhale, deep fold with bent knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands back through prayer, remembering any intention that you set. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release your arms. You're going to take a sun breath to the top. We're going to stay standing now. Lift the arm. Exhale, open the arms, catch the hips. You're going to stand on one foot and take the other leg back so you can come into a high lunge. And then from here, just spin your back heel down. So you anchor that back heel. Front knees bent, back leg straight. It's funny, I have my left leg back, but I think for you it looks like my right leg. So I need to experiment with the mirroring here. So bend the front knee, hold your warrior one, whichever leg you have behind, it doesn't matter. Inhale, lift the arms up, frame the head, hold here, take a deep breath in. And exhale, open the arms, take the hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Press the fists down to open the heart. So similar flow that we did earlier in the week, but a little more gentle here. We're gonna move slow. Dive forward, long line from back heel to head. So you could pause, be more gentle, holding here or holding the hips, back foot's anchored down. If you wanna go deeper into your ostrich pose or humble warrior, you're just gonna dive to that inner thigh. Drop the head and reach the arms away from the back. Couple breaths. Good, let the arm bones pull you up. Let's straighten the legs at the top, so we'll mix it up a little bit. And then lift the heart, lift the chest, look up. Look back in front of you. And then open the arms to a wide-legged stance and the legs. So wiggle the feet nice and wide so the wrists are above your ankles. Toes are forward, heels are back. Lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, dive halfway. Bring the hands to the legs. Bring the head in line with the hips. Take a deep in breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and fall all the way forward. If you want to go deeper, hold the ankles or release the hands off the legs. Stretch the arms forward. Maybe bend one knee and bend the other knee. Just wagging the hips back and forth a couple times. You could also do this with your hands on your hips, your hands on your legs. And then take a moment to fall into a deep fold or flat back and take a few breaths. Good. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bend the knees, hands come onto thighs, press into thighs, lengthen your spine, come all the way up. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, open arms shoulder height. Turn your original front foot back to the front of the side that you started on. Bend the front knee, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So heel, front heel lined up with arch of back foot, front knee right above the front ankle. Look out over front fingers. Take a breath here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Bring the back hand to the back leg. Lift the top arm. Keep the bend in the front knee. And then turn your face down. Go ahead and look down at that back leg. Take a few breaths. Good. Inhale through warrior two. Bring the front forearm to the thigh and slice the back arm down in front of the body so it sweeps up to side angle. Roll the gaze up and take a few breaths. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Dance back. Reverse your triangle. Lift the side body. Look up. And release to warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Deep inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel down, front arm, back arm, pivot on the ball of the back foot, place the back knee down. We'll take a twist here. Press into the left hand, fingers are blocked, reach the right arm. Take a breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the hand. Step your front leg back to meet your back leg, so you're in a modified knee down plank, lower to your belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift to cobra, either a little baby cobra, a medium cobra, a full cobra, or back to that sphinx pose with your forearms down. And exhale, release to your belly. Make a pillow for the head, stack the palms of the fist. Turn the big toes to face each other and wiggle the heels away. So feel your inner thighs internally rotate, big toes touch, heels away, and just rest for a moment, belly down. Try to soften the backs, the shoulders, and relax the chest towards the earth and take a few breaths. Breathing right into the sacrum, right into the low back, right into any area of tension. Good job. Straighten the feet out so they're pointing towards the back of the room. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press back to tabletop, all fours. And then you have a choice here. So we could either keep it real gentle and come to puppy pose, or you could take it to downward dog. So whatever feels best for you. Toes are going to curl under. You would either walk the hands forward and melt the chest down and come to puppy with forehead or chin to the mat. Or if downward dog is in the cards for you, the hands are a little further forward of the shoulders, toes curl under, and hips press up and back. If you're in dog, rise on the balls of your feet. Exhale, drop one heel, bend one knee, press through that heel, look underneath that arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch, just a nice slow pedal out. Inhale up. Exhale, both heels drop. And from here, start to take little steps forward, walking the feet towards the hands or the hands back to the feet. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Hang out here, straight legs or bent knees. Hold opposite elbow and take a sway side to side. Good. And release the sway, release the elbows, bend the knees, and roll on up. Arms dangle off of the shoulders. At the top, fly up. Lift the arms all the way. Exhale back through prayer. Stand up tall. Close your eyes. Open your heart. Take a deep inhale. Staying here, full exhale. Pausing for a few more breaths in this standing pose with hands in prayer position, Anjali Mudra, feet strongly rooted towards the earth in Tadasana, mountain pose. Standing up strong and tall like a mountain, rooted through the feet, rising up through the head, pressing palms together in front of midline, right at the heart. Coming back to your center, back to your most aligned, conscious, awake state of being that you're able to access at this particular moment. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms. Take a sun breath to the top. You're going to stay standing. Exhale, open the arms, catch the hips, walk to the top of the mat. So take as many steps as you need to. And then stand on the left, bring the right leg back or whatever side you haven't done yet. Again, the mirroring, I'm not used to it on the camera, so I keep calling it out incorrectly, but whatever side you're on is fine. Just do the other side. So spin the back heel down, turn the back toes out, anchor through your back heel, root down through the outer edge of the foot, and then square the hips. So you're in Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1, different than the crescent lunge or the high lunge that we do a lot of times. So Warrior 1. Inhale, lift the arms, frame the head, and hold. Take a couple. Let's see if I can, maybe you can hear me through the microphone on the computer. I'm not sure. Great. So we're going to keep going though. All right. I'll find out when I rewatch this. So from your twist, you're going to unwind your body. And then take that front leg, uncross it, lengthen it down. Bend the other knee, sole of the foot to the mat. Take the long leg in line with midline. Cross the foot over the long leg. Sit up tall, lengthen. And then lift the same arm as bent knee and twist towards that bent knee. And gather the knee into the elbow. Sit up tall. Maybe cross the elbow over the lap. Maybe look over the back shoulder. And you're gonna hold, just stay there for one moment. So you guys keep pausing. I'm gonna check one more thing here. Isn't this fun, the joy of the virtual world? It's good now, you can hear now. Thank you guys. This is a first, so great. Thank you for those comments and thanks for hanging in there. So you're still in your twist, awesome. I have no idea when that cut out. Sorry about that. Good, so keep holding that twist. That's something I'll remember from now on. Check my mic on Friday mornings to make sure I'm charging it for Friday night. Hold here. Good. I know the sound's not as good because I don't have a microphone. It's just the computer mic. So we're almost done. Good. And then unwind your body. Let's untwist our legs. Have the legs long and straight. Lift the arms up above the head to frame the head. If it's hard to sit up tall, just bend the knees a little bit, and then come up and over the legs. You can hold the feet, the big toes, the ankles, whatever you can grab a hold of. Lengthen your spine, and then maybe deepen your fold over the legs, and take a few breaths there. Good. Good job. Lengthen the spine to come up, come all the way up. Glue the legs together like one leg. Point your toes. I'm going to turn this way. Bring the hands back. Fingers face the hips. Press into the hands. Lift the heart up and hold. You can pause here. Or if you want something that's a little more vigorous than we usually would in our gentle class, if you want a nice big heart opener, you can press into the hands and just lift the hips up, lift the belly up, chin to chest, or head falls back for just a moment. And exhale, back down out of that reverse plank. Scooch the body up. We'll do just a little bit of work on the ground. Hopefully you're still with me. I'll lead you into just another hip opener, and then we'll do Shavasana. So tuck the tail, scoop the belly, and come all the way onto your back. And then when you get down, take a nice big stretch out. So the legs forward and the arms behind. Hold here. Gather the knees up into the belly, hold the knees or the shins, or wrap the arms around the legs, take a rock. And circle the knees one way. And circle the knees the other way. Good. Place your feet on the ground, knees up to the ceiling, arms out to T. Cross the left ankle over the right knee, or the left leg over the right leg, so let the inner thighs touch. Pick the knees up, hold the knees or slide the hands down the shins, catch the tops of the feet or the ankles, move the feet away. So we did this earlier this week, or grab the bottoms of the feet, bend the elbows, and pause. Couple breaths. Good job. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, release the feet or the ankles, place the foot down on the ground, uncross the top leg, and then switch sides. Cross the other leg on top. Bring the knees up to the belly, hold the knees, hug them into the chest. Slide the hands along the shins to catch the ankles or tops of feet. Move the feet away from each other. If you can reach, go ahead underneath the feet, grab the soles of the feet or the outer edges of the feet, bend the elbows, and hold here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the feet, place the foot back down, unwind the legs. Let's take the arms out to T, widen your feet as wide as the mat. Just a couple windshield wipers like you did in the very beginning of class, side to side, back and forth. Couple times. Good. Knees come over to one side and hold. Turn your head away from knees, couple breaths. Good, inhale through center. Exhale, knees to the other side. Turn the head away, couple breaths. Good, knees through center. Let the inner thighs and the knees touch. Slide the arms down like Shavasana. Maybe bend the elbows. Bring the palms to the low belly or bring one hand up to the chest, one hand to the belly. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, turn your head to the right and hold. Breathe in there. And breathe out there. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch sides. Hold. Deep breath in. And full breath out. Inhale through center. Exhale right where you are. Pausing there for a moment. Or coming into any final posture or movement or stretch. Or when you're ready, open the knees up to the ceiling. Extend one leg to the front edge of the mat, the other leg to the front edge of the mat. Open the arms off the body, backs of hands to the ground, palms open. Close your eyes and hold. So you'll stay there. I'm going to guide you into Shavasana. Just so you can hear a little bit better. I'll be seated, but you can be lying down. So you're on your back, if that's comfortable. And you can let the legs come long. They're slightly greater than hip width distance apart, so the feet can splay open. The arms are long alongside the body, with the backs of the hands to the ground and the palms over to the ceiling. A little bit of space between the body and the arms at the armpit. And imagine you could just rise above your body and see this beautiful, magnificent, strong, able body that you're blessed with. Resting here in a place of peace, of alignment, of consciousness, of deep gratitude for this practice. And letting all the blessings of your practice infuse deeply into your heart, into your body, into your mind, using this practice as a way to show up for yourself, for others, in the most aligned way possible, physically, mentally, emotionally. Take a couple moments to rest in stillness and silence. I'll call you out in a moment. Just letting yourself surrender here for the next few breaths. As you lie here, you're welcome to stay longer if you'd like. When you're ready to come out, just start by deepening the breath. Just feeling the breath travel to all the outer edges and corners of your body. Breathing in that vitality and life force that you've cultivated through this practice. Then maybe bring movement into the outer edges of the body, the fingers or the toes. And then take some time to come onto either side. Come into a fetal pose, bring the knees into the belly. Bring the arms into the chest. Take a moment to rest. And then slowly press yourself back up to seated. You can find crossed legs or any other variation of seated. Either place the palms down on your lap or up on the lap. Sit up tall. Find your 3-part breath again. Breathe into the lowest part of the belly, middle part of the ribs, upper part of the chest. Hold, suspend the breath at the top. Fill up. And exhale, slowly let it go. Release all the breath until you're at the bottom and there is nothing left. Empty of breath. One more time, deep breath in. Take in a little bit more and hold. Exhale, release, nice and slow and easy all the way to the bottom. On your next in-breath, bring the hands to touch in front of the heart. Let your palms meet to seal in your practice and intention. And as you exhale, bow your head to yourself. We'll end on the sound of Om, the sound of community, joining our voices together, even though we're far apart, finding that collective energy or that community energy that we're all seeking, that we all need. So we'll start with a letting go breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale a sigh. And we'll begin. Deep inhale. As your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being such a forgiving audience, even when the equipment doesn't work so well. So I'm so glad that you guys joined us. Thank you, Helen. It was so nice to see you. Have a great weekend. I'll be back with a charged mic on Monday and make sure that the sound works much better. But I'm so glad that the camcorder works. I think the video quality is better. So hopefully that's an improvement for you guys, and I'll work on making sure that the sound works as well. I've been announcing this week that some of you may have seen already. There is a poll out there for my classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9, Friday at 5:30, and Zumba Tuesday at 6:30 of trying to create a plan for the summer of how we can serve you best for July and August. So check your inbox for that. I sent it out earlier in the week. If for some reason I didn't have your email or I didn't realize you were following along virtually, you can find that in the Facebook event. So if you go to Facebook under events, look for the moderate flow class, which is what you're taking, or I'm sorry, look for the candlelight yoga class. It's actually in all of my events, but look under whichever one and click on the link. It's a Google form. Takes a couple minutes to complete, and I'd love to hear what you want for the summer and how we can keep practicing together. And I am working on a studio-wide survey as well that I'll send out tomorrow. So hopefully you're on our email list. I'll be posting that to Facebook too. So we'll keep learning and growing and breathing together. So thank you, Janet. Thank you, Gina. Good to see you guys. To everyone else that was out there, I really appreciate you so much. And I'm so glad you were here. Hopefully it was okay and you could hear most of it. Caroline, thank you. We figured out what to do. Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, always something new here. We never know what's going to happen in this virtual world. This is like a giant lesson in rolling with it, right? So a very good yogic lesson for all of us. So thanks, be well, have a great weekend. I can't wait to see you guys again real soon, wherever that is, in the studio, online, outdoors. So take care. I'll talk to you later. Be well. Bye-bye.